And now we are going to see the lowest one or the outer ranges, that is Shivaliks. It is known as Shivaliks, and the width of that one, it is very lesser when we are comparing with the greater Himalaya, and that is 10 to 15 kilometer. And height also it is very less, it is up to 1100 meters only. It is starting from 900 meters to 1100 meters, and height is decreasing. And these ranges are composed of unconsolidated sediments brought down by rivers from the main Himalayan ranges located further north. The three major rivers and its tributaries bringing the sediments from the Great Himalaya and the Middle Himalaya, and it is deposited in the foot of the Himalayan hills and form the ranges. That ranges it is known as Shivaliks, and it is not consolidated properly. And these valleys are covered with thick gravel and alluvium, means very high deposit of fertility, as well as we can see many minerals and many gravels, or means parts of rocks also we can see. Already we have seen that one, the Great Himalaya, it is inside, it is composed of granite, and that granite is it is coming means parts of that one with the help of water erosion as well as ice erosion, it is coming down and depositing in the lower layer, that is known as the Shivaliks. And the longitudinal valley lying between the lesser Himalaya and the Shivaliks are known as domes. We can see in the shape like this. This is the dome shapes, and here it will be very plain, and means the slope also steep slopes, and this area we are calling it domes. And it is very famous. Dehradun, like that places, it is very famous, and Dehradun, Kolti Dun and Partli Dun are the famous ones, and many people they are going and visiting this area, and very outside Indian tourists also used to come to visit this area because of its beauty. And besides the longitudinal divisions, the Himalayas has been divided on the base of a region from west to east. What we studied in last topic, according to the height of the Himalayas, it is divided into three: Great Himalaya, Middle Himalaya and Outer Himalaya, or Himadris, then Himachal, then Shivaliks. And now we are going to see the divisions according to the east-west division. We can see, if you are seeing the Himalaya, it is in the east side, name of that one, then the middle side, and it is with the help of rivers we are going to understand the difference between east to west, how the Himalaya we can divide and understand. The Himalayan can be divided on the base of region from west to east, and these divisions has been demarcated by river valleys. We have three major rivers. According to that river and its tributaries, according to that we are making the division. And these for example, the part of Himalayas lying between Indus and Satluj, it is Satluj is the tributary of Indus river, and in that part has been traditionally known as the Punjab Himalaya. The Indus river to Satluj river, in between area of what we are calling it, as Punjab Himalaya, but it is also known as regionally as Kashmir and Himachal, and Himalaya from the Kashmir and Himalaya, Himachal Himalaya from west to east respectively, and the west part it is known as Kashmir Himalaya, and east part it is known as the Himachal Himalaya, because that states are coming there. According to that we are calling it, but totally we will use to call, means the for better understanding we are making the subdivisions of that one. Totally we can call it Punjab Himalaya, and again we can divide into Kashmir Himalaya as well as Himachal Himalaya. And the part of Himalayas lying between Satluj and Kali river is known as the common Himalayas. We can see the rivers. If you are seeing the map, we can see each and every places. Here we can see here from Indus to Satluj. Let me take pen. from Indus to Satluj, it is known as Punjab Himalayas. And don't think downside, in the upper side we can make it, and here this side it is known as Kashmir Himalaya, and this part it is known as Himachal Himalaya. Then from Satluj to river Kali, it is known as river Kali. Up to that area it is known as river Kali is not shown in the map. Okay, it is known as common where it is common Himalayas, and the Kali and the Testa rivers demarcated the Nepal Himalayas, and it's part of lying between Testa and the Dihang river. It is known as the Assam Himalayas. So we can divide again into many parts, and there are regional names also in this broad categories. Find out the some of the regional names of the Himalayas. So we can see the major 4 divisions according to from west to east side. East to west we can make into different division. First one it is comes Punjab Himalaya, then comes the Kumaon Himalayas, then it comes the Nepal Himalayas, then Assam Himalayas. Again it is divide subdivisions we can see, and as well as regional names also we can see for the Himalayas. So what we studied today? Today we studied the Himalayan first one according to height order, and we divide into 3: Great Himalaya, Middle Himalaya, and Lower Himalaya. And now we are making the according to the east west division of Himalaya for better understanding. That is Punjab Himalaya, Kumaon Himalaya, then Nepal Himalaya, and Assam Himalaya. And now here it is textbook itself given one assignment like that. Find out the regional names. Okay, let us read and understand some more things. The Brahmaputra marks the easternmost boundary of the Himalaya beyond the Dihang Gorge. We can see that one in the map. Here where the Brahmaputra is coming inside, we can see here Brahmaputra is coming. This is the Dihang Gorge. In that area is the last part of Himalaya. By that Himalayan ranges it is ending, the lengthwise it is ending there. And Himalaya been sharply to be south and spreading along with the eastern boundary of India. They are known as the Purvanchal or the eastern hills and mountains. What is Purvanchal? Means the Himalayas. We can see in the Nagaland area, other Mizoram area, we can see the here it is ending the Himalaya, and it is coming the to according to the Indian boundary. According to that it is coming to the southern side, and this part it is known, these 3 or 4 hill ranges, it is all together we are calling it Purvanchal. Purvanchal we are calling it. And where, which states it is coming there, you want to find out. That is your duty. You know all the places now already. So find out the place names where that Himalaya Purvanchal it is coming, or eastern hills also we used to call it. These hills running through the northeastern states are mostly composed of strong sandstones, which are sedimentary rocks. It is made up of sedimentary rocks and covered with a dense forest, and they mostly run the parallel ranges and valleys. And the Purvanchal comprises of the Patkai Hills and Naga Hills, Manipur Hills, and Mizo Hills. And this area we can see the maximum rainfall area in India, not in India, in the world, all the place, and this new place also. And when we are studying the water resources, that time we will study that one, and it is there in geography itself. So we will study that one, the rainy season and maximum rain, minimum rain, like that things in the coming lessons. So the Purvanchal rain, it is in that area we are getting the maximum rainfall. Means these states, northeastern states, they are getting maximum rainfall, but it is with a maximum hilly area, not a plain area to cultivate or to produce. That's why we can see some tea plantations and other things in Assam area or this Nagaland area. Okay, by this we are stopping the lesson today, and you can read the lesson and understand and try to understand. Look at the map also and find out the places according to the explanation. Thank you. Have a nice day.